be right back to get this series started in just a minute. Welcome you to Los Angeles. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And on the mound today, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Tommy Edman at the plate. And here it comes.
Nope. Outside.
And another ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
In the air out towards right center. Outman sizing this one up. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Here's the Cardinals lineup now. A tough challenge in this one. An excellent arm on the mound. Singy, they're going to have to capitalize on their opportunities.
Yeah, and they're not going to get a whole lot if he pitches the way that he's capable of pitching. So, be ready to swing from the first pitch. You get something straight, man, you better turn on it.
J.P. Crawford next up for the Cardinals. One out, base is empty. Wouldn't chase that time. One down, base is empty. That one ripped. Outman raging back towards the wall. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2 outs, base is empty. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here's Pete Alonso. The pitch.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the #4 hole hitter up.
Runner at second, 2 down here in game 1 of the NLDS. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So 1 hit is all they get. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. And we're back. And towing the slab in this one, it's Sonny Gray.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And there's a ball.
Damn.
Up the middle, Crawford. And they get Ohtani for the out. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And a pitch. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Crawford under it. And there are 2 outs.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
The first baseman,
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Edman flashes the leather on the running catch. We played an inning, no score. All set for the start of the inning. Now up for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. The 1-2. On its way to the corner. And that's a foul ball.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
Not close with that one. And the count is 2-2. You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit a walk-off homer in extra innings in Game 4. It tied the series and was a huge momentum swing. The punch out there, and now one away. Here's Nolan Arenado. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One down, base is empty. Caught him looking for the K. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Next offering upstairs. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2-2 the count.
The 2-2 on the way. And they'll do it again. Second inning here, no score. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Redbirds down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Will Smith. Right-hander kick steals. And that one hammered. That's back there. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Adam Duvall at the plate. The pitch. That one missed.
1 strike.
Good eye in that spot. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, Boog, he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with him. Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Runner on at first with one gone. And next for L.A., James Outman.
Ball 2.
And there's a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a pitch. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two now. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 2 down.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
Here's Jason Hayward. And he deals. Up the middle. They get the force. And the inning is over. One left for L.A. We'll move to the third with no score. New inning getting started. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras.
Wilson Contreras.
That one fouled off. And a 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
So now here's the Cardinals' designated hitter. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
One down, base is empty. And that's outside. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Kicks and fires. And there's ball 4.
That pitch is in. Ball 4.
Now back the center fielder.
Back to the top of the lineup. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Tommy Edman. Top of the third, no score. And now 2-1. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. Ball to strike. The pitch.
2-1.
The shortstop takes the ball.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
2 outs. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Hayward sizes this one up. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. The Cards leave one, and we're still knotted at 0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy.
Max Muncy.
And a pitch. And that one moves his feet. On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Jonathan
India at the plate. The 1-1. And that one missing low. Off the mark there. 3 balls and a strike. And the right-hander deals. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Righty to the plate. Got him. That's out number 2.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Arenado pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that ends the inning. Dodgers go down quietly, and we are still scoreless. Game 1 of the division series. And now here is Lars Nootbaar. The 2-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. And another ball.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Man at first with 1 gone. Now the left fielder, Jordan Walker. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To second, that's 1. Over to first, that's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. No score. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Bottom 4, now it's Mookie Betts. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Lifted in the air, right center field. Edman makes a nice running catch.
Up next, the first baseman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
Freeman.
And the righty deals. Swing and a miss as he was late.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Just off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Now batting.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. All tied up here in game 1. And downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground, out to short. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. That leaves him without a throw, and they don't get the out.
Now batting. The left fielder, Adam.
So first and second with 1 man gone. Adam Duvall steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And a pitch. And another ball.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The pitch. Fall off foul. Two on, 1 out. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two now. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. He powers that one out of here. It's 3-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One down. And at the plate for the Dodgers, James Outman. Left field. Under it. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers.
And up next for Los Angeles, Jason Hayward.
Hayward.
2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The pitch. Off the mark there. 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Got it by him for the K. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 3-0. This is the National League Division Series on the show. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Nolan Arenado. That one hit to right. Hayward in position. Hauls it in for the out.
Now that second baseman, Nolan.
And up next for St. Louis, Nolan Gorman. The Cards trailing by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in game 1. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
On the ground to the left, and foul ball. Kicks and deals. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. One down, base is empty. And that one hit to first, and it finds its way through for a hit.
There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off. Man at first, one away. Just misses with that one.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3. It's a double play, and that'll do it for the inning. So they've been held scoreless through 5. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Max Muncy. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Righty delivers. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The pitch. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Action in the pen down there. Drew Rom up and loosening in the pen. Liberatore, the power lefty, up as well. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Three-two. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Here's the second baseman, Jonathan India. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. And a seed into center. That's a base hit.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Big swing and a miss.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 2 away. Here's Mookie now.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
On the ground to third. Arenado to first in time. And Betts is set down. Inning over. So the Dodgers leave 1, but they lead it 3-0. Top of the sixth inning. Digging in, number 36.
David Schneider.
Here's a 1-1. Towards first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Up next for the Cardinals, the center fielder, Tommy.
So the lineup flips over. And here comes Tommy Edman. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Next offering in there for a strike.
1 ball,
it's a ball and 2 strikes. This one in the air, right field. Hayward moving under this one. Drops into the glove. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop.
Now the number 2 hitter, J.P. Crawford. Right side, hard hit. Sends it to first. And that's the 3rd out. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cardinals nothing. Drew Rom on to pitch out of the pen here.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Drew Rom.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And here is Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
Here comes a pitch. Swings through that one for strike 2. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. John King preparing to come on if needed. Rebbia, the right-hander, also getting loose. The wide to kick the pitch. That one just misses. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Tossed to Alonso. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, the catcher, Will Smith.
Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Will Smith. The count 2-1. And that's outside. And he walked him.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Now at the plate, Adam Duvall. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
Two balls, 1 strike.
In the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. Double play ball to second. Gorman flips it for 1. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. On to the 7th here in game 1. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cardinals nothing. We go to the top of the 7th. Now it's the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
Lars Nootbaar.
Next offering is in for a strike. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And here it comes. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Settles under this one. And it's caught for the out. And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 1. Next pitch is outside. On the ground to third. Muncy sends it to first. And that takes care of Alonso.
Up next for the Cardinals, the left fielder, Jordan.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Jordan Walker. The Cardinals trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. There's a strike. Popped up left side. Hauls it in to end the inning. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cardinals nothing. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the center fielder, James Outman.
Man.
Dave Roberts turning to his bench for a new bat. Teoscar Hernandez. Here's a 2-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Dave Roberts turning to his bench for a new bat. Miguel Vargas. 1 out. The base is empty for him. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's to third. Arenado. In plenty of time to first. Got him.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over and got the ground ball.
Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 2 outs. Base is empty. And he dodges that fastball. And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cardinals nothing. So remaining in the game defensively, Teoscar Hernandez. He'll be out center now after pinch hitting. A new arm into the game, the righty, Brusdar Graterol.
Number 48, Brusdar Graterol.
Here's Nolan Arenado. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy's at the top of the list. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a gold glove, if not a platinum glove.
Betts to first, and they get Arenado for the out.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Nolan Gorman digs in now. At the belt and fires. Dives and he can't hang on. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. One gone, runner at first. Now here is Wilson Contreras. The Dodgers leading by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cardinals nothing. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the second baseman, Jonathan India.
The second baseman, Jonathan India.
The wind of the pitch. Foul ball there. In the air to left center. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. 1 away.
Now back, the designated hitter.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's down and in.
2-2 the count.
And that just misses. And now the lefty got him swinging.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
The shortstop.
Here's Mookie Betts now. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. And Mookie takes.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
And that is that. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they lead at 3-0. New pitcher now, Evan Phillips.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Swing and a pop-up. Betts settles underneath it. And there's one down.
Now, the seventh fielder, Tommy Edman.
So the batting order turns over. Tommy Edman next up for the Cardinals. And there's a strike.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
One down, base is empty. And they'll do it again. And a pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The Redbirds trailing by 3 here at the top of the ninth. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it stays fair. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, not in time. He's got a double.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. Kind of just punts it out there the other way. Didn't hit it real hard, but he got just enough of it to dunk it behind the infield. And I tell you what, you'll take those every day you can get them.
Man at second with one away. Now up for St. Louis, J.P. Crawford. Liner, base hit. Here comes Edman around third. He scores, and it's now a 2-run game.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Man at first, Lars Nootbaar, the next to hit. Tying run at the plate. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. There's one. The double play ends it right here.
It's pretty early in this series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in game 1 to set the tone.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
And your final 3-1. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. For the victorious Dodgers, 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors. They left 3 runners on base. For St. Louis, 1 run on 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, a sellout. 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending today's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please drive home safely.